Kemi, a Nigerian girl studying in Korea, falls for Min-jae, a mysterious Korean student with a deadly secret. He's a vampire. Can their love overcome his thirst for her blood? A suspenseful and thrilling tale of forbidden romance, cultural bonds, and survival.
In the heart of Seoul, 19-year-old Kemi, a Nigerian student, was trying to adjust to her new life. She had come on an academic scholarship to study at a prestigious Korean high school. Her bold spirit, sharp wit, and confidence made her stand out in a sea of conformity.
One student, however, seemed to defy the pattern of avoidance. His name was Ji-hyun. He was tall, with pale skin that seemed to glow faintly under the harsh fluorescent lights. His dark eyes, sharp features, and a mysterious air drew everyone's attention, but Ji-hyun kept mostly to himself. Kemi first noticed him during a late-night library session. While she sketched a scene from an old Yoruba folktale, Ji-hyun silently sat at the far end of the library, reading an ancient book. He glanced her way often, his gaze lingering just a little too long. Their first interaction was unsettling. "Your drawings," Ji-hyun said, in a voice so soft it sent shivers down her spine. "They're alive." Kemi froze. She wasn't sure whether to take it as a compliment or a warning. "Thanks," she replied, cautious.
"You're different, Kemi. How do you know my name?" she asked, narrowing her eyes. "I know a lot about you," he said simply, before walking away, leaving her heart racing. Over the next few weeks, Ji-hyun seemed to appear wherever Kemi went. In the hallways, the cafeteria, even the art studio where she spent her free time. His presence was both unsettling and oddly comforting. Despite her initial reservations, Kemi found herself drawn to him. Ji-hyun began helping her navigate the complexities of Korean culture, teaching her phrases in Korean and even shielding her from the more judgmental students. But there was something strange about him. He was always cold to the touch, and Kemi never saw him eat or drink. One night, after an evening study session, Kemi took a shortcut through a quiet alley near the school. The faint sound of footsteps echoed behind her. She turned, her heart pounding, but saw no one. Suddenly, Ji-hyun appeared, his expression intense. "You shouldn't walk alone at night," he said firmly. Kemi frowned. "Why? What's going to happen?" "There are predators out there," Ji-hyun replied, his voice thick with warning. Kemi's world tilted on its axis the night she saw Ji-hyun's true nature. She had wandered into the forest near the school to gather inspiration for a new art project. That's when she saw him, a blur of motion in the moonlight, pinning a wild deer to the ground. His teeth, razor-sharp and glinting, sank into the animal's neck. She gasped, and Ji-hyun's head snapped up. Blood dripped from his lips, his dark eyes glowing a feral red. "Kemi," he whispered, his voice laced with both hunger and regret. She stumbled back, her mind racing. What are you?" Ji-hyun stepped forward, his movements slow and deliberate. "I didn't want you to find out this way," he murmured. "But now you know. I'm a vampire." Kemi's breath caught. She wanted to scream, to run, but her legs felt frozen. "I've been trying to protect you," Ji-hyun continued. "From myself." Kemi didn't sleep that night. The revelation of Ji-hyun's true nature haunted her. She wanted to stay away, but her heart betrayed her. She had grown to care for him, and despite the danger, she couldn't let him go. Ji-hyun, too, was torn. Kemi's scent was intoxicating, her blood calling to him in a way he had never experienced before. But his feelings for her were real, and he vowed to fight his instincts. Their bond deepened, though it was fraught with tension. Ji-hyun avoided physical contact, fearing he might lose control. Kemi, meanwhile, began researching ancient African tales of spirits and supernatural beings, hoping to find a way to help him. Their fragile peace shattered when a vampire hunter arrived at the school. His name was Min-sok, and he was relentless in his pursuit of Ji-hyun. Min-sok had heard rumors of a vampire hiding among the students and was determined to eliminate the threat. Kemi found herself caught in the middle. Min-sok approached her, warning her to stay away from Ji-hyun. "He's a monster," Min-sok said. "And monsters can't love." But Kemi refused to abandon Ji-hyun. "He's not a monster," she replied fiercely. "He's fighting his nature because he loves me." One fateful night, Min-sok cornered Ji-hyun in the forest. Kemi arrived just in time to see them locked in a deadly struggle. Ji-hyun was losing, his strength waning from his refusal to feed on humans. "Kemi, run!" Ji-hyun shouted, his voice hoarse. But Kemi didn't run. Instead, she stepped between Ji-hyun and Min-sok, holding up a small charm she had created using symbols from Nigerian folklore. The charm glowed with an otherworldly light, a protective force that pushed Min-sok back. "I won't let you hurt him," Kemi said, her voice steady. Min-sok hesitated, the power of the charm surprising him. "You'd protect a vampire?" he asked incredulously. "He's more than that," Kemi replied. "He's someone I love." Min-sok eventually relented, realizing Kemi's determination was unshakable. Ji-hyun, weakened but alive, vowed to leave the city to ensure Kemi's safety. But Kemi refused to let him go. "You don't have to do this alone," she said. "We'll find a way, together." Their journey was far from over. Kemi and Ji-hyun knew they would face challenges, from Ji-hyun's unrelenting thirst to the societal judgment that came with their love. But they were determined to forge their own path, blending the strength of Kemi's heritage with Ji-hyun's resolve to overcome his darker nature. Their love was a delicate balance of light and shadow, a tale that would echo across cultures as a testament to the power of choice and the triumph of love over instinct.